moving this country forward. What are we going to do?
She's her husband's not-so-secret weapon.
How many days to go?
We're in the home stretch.
Crisscrossing the country over the past few weeks, not to mention a slew of talk shows.
He's funny, I'm funnier.
Happy anniversary.
And then there was her anniversary, not exactly the date of her dreams. Looking at her here, it's hard to imagine she was ever reluctant to play the role.
Serving as your First Lady is an honor and a privilege. But back when we first came together 4 years ago, I still had some concerns about this journey we'd begun.
The political life wasn't my first choice. We had been doing this for a while, and you know, the toll that this takes on a family is real. So, you know, he knew enough to know that this wasn't just a, sure, honey, whatever you want.
If you had said, no, we can't do this, would we not be sitting here today?
We would not, and that's why I couldn't say no.
Her strength, she says, comes from the way she grew up. From the south side of Chicago, where her father worked as a pump operator for the city, and her mother was a homemaker, to the halls of Princeton, where her parents proudly sacrificed so she and her brother could get an Ivy League education.
I choke up, you know, when I talk about this stuff, because it is why we're here.
Sasha is now 11, and Malia, a teenager.
It's hard enough to be 14 if your parents aren't the president and the first lady. How do you help her negotiate that really treacherous territory of 14?
We don't do a lot of sort of, oh, woe is me kind of thing. She's doing great. She's got a great life. She's got great friends. She's happy. So it's kind of hard to, you know, especially as we point out, look around. You want to see hardship. You want to see struggle. You don't have it, kid. Having the president as your father is way down on the list of tough. It's just like, you'll be fine.
So outside the White House, there's always lots of chatter about how much is the First Lady influencing policy. How do you see your role in that regard?
I rarely step foot in the West Wing. In fact, people are shocked when they see me there.
Win or lose this election, she says, she has come to love the job she was so reluctant to pursue.
Not only are you the First Lady, but you have a historic role as the first African-American First Lady. Did that come with extra pressures and responsibilities?
I haven't had time to solely step back and reflect yet on my role as the first African-American. I just want to make sure that I'm doing a good job.
Is it different to be a black child growing up in America today than it was 4 years ago?
You know what? I think that because Barack and I are here, and I do think that kids today see a bigger world and understand it, and it's not so threatening.
As an example, a photo that hangs in the hall outside the Oval Office, showing a little boy who'd asked the president, "Does your hair feel like mine?"
And Barack said, "Why don't you touch it?" And he bent over, and after he touched it, he said, "Yeah, it does feel like mine." It speaks to who my husband is at his core. If this is what it takes to make all kids in this country feel some kind of connection to this place and to these opportunities and see themselves in these seats and to thrive, I mean, every single one of our kids, then he will do it and I will do it, and that's what makes this job so special.
Final question.
Yes.
What would you like that you don't have right now?
Oh, gosh. You know what? I feel so blessed and so content. I have what any parent would want. I've got a husband who loves me. I've got 2 kids that are healthy and happy, and I wouldn't dare ask for anything more.